Ashamed to be lost for the words to let you know that I'm sincere. The pleasure is around.
What's going on? You to the tooth? Like, yes, it's me, Sadira, and I breathe with the Z. Yes, baby. You wanna go where? Where you going in that store? I just decided to turn the camera on and vlog. I'm out doing a little bit of Uber because your girl is in a struggle. I'm not even gonna hold you. Your girl's in a struggle, but I know the struggle not gonna last. Yes, baby. You are gonna come. I'm not gonna leave you here. But yes, your girl's in the struggle, and I just got a, well, let me back it up. Hold on, baby. Let me back it up. I just moved out, and I didn't, like, prepare properly. So, I'm trying to, like, catch up a little bit. I'm just being honest. But, I got a parking ticket. And so, I gotta pay that. So, I'm like, let me do a little bit of Uber just until I get paid. Once I get paid, it's gonna put me back up because that's the fact that I don't have to like spend no bills on and stuff. As of right now, I'm trying to make me a little bit of change so I could pay my ticket.
Let me out.
Let me get my baby out. He'd be like, please get me out. I'm gonna get you out. But I did some Uber earlier. It was really cool. I made $42. Let me wipe my camera off. And I'm doing Uber again. Me and my baby chilled in the house earlier today. And so I'm just like, let me do another round 2 of Uber. Prior to all of this, he went to his soccer practice. So we had a good day. So I decided to give my baby a bath, feed him well so he feels good. He feels clean right now. And since the night is young, we came out at like 6 o'clock. Give me a hand. Nah, not 6 o'clock. Yeah, it was like, I think it was around 6 o'clock. We came out around 6 o'clock. You know, I didn't want to chill in the house. So I'm like, let's just go out and do a little bit of Uber. It's really not that bad doing Uber with him. That's how I was thinking prior, a while back. I'm like, it'll be a little hard doing Uber with the baby, but as long as your baby is big and cooperative, he be chilling. I got his snacks in the car. So yeah. Right now I'm doing this order. It's 2 deliveries for $18. So I thought that was cool. So now I am going to drop this order off. But like I was saying, I know I've seen a couple of people do Uber with their kids, with their children. And hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Sometimes you can make it fun. You can make it fun. You can let them watch movies and stuff like that while you drive, play music, make sure they have their snacks, make sure they're comfortable. And yeah, you just have the good vibes. And sometimes when you're out doing Uber with your kid, you can buy them some of the food at the places you go to, you know? So, you know, you could just make it work or whatever the case may be. But recently I just did this order in which I kind of feel a little bad about it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it is nighttime. His order, I forget what the food was, but the address said 19. I forget the name of the street. I looked at the mailbox on Everything I Love. I I could have swore that what I saw was 19. Like, it was white. It was a white mailbox. The lights were shining on it. I could have swore I seen 19. So I dropped the food off. Dude called me. He like, yeah, where it says you dropped the food off, that's not my house. I'm like, sir, like, at this point, I'm away from the house. I don't even know the area. I just told him, like, I apologize, but my eyes saw 19. Like, you're going to have to call Uber support. You know what I'm saying? I just hope, you know what I'm saying, they don't, like, dock my account for that. But, yeah. I don't know. Hopefully it works out. But would I recommend Uber? I would recommend Uber. Uber Eats. I will recommend Uber Eats. From what I'm noticing about the app is, I don't know if you would get penalized if you do it excessively, but I always deny the small orders. I be denying them because I'm not driving 20 minutes for $2. That's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not driving 20 minutes for $4. I'm not driving 20 minutes for $6. I have boundaries. I have standards. I need about a good $8. And I'll be denying those small orders like crazy. And that's not even a lot of money either. I feel like if you're gonna drive for 20 minutes, you need to have at least like $10. You know what I'm saying? But I'll take $8. Because a lot of them come up like $8. So I'll take that. But that's really like my limit. Like, you know, sometimes once in a while, depending on the amount of time that the order would take, I'll take a $6 order. I'll take a $7 order. If I'm driving just 16 minutes or something like that for like $7 or $6, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? But my main like limit is like $7-8. You know, but I love, the reason why I recommend Uber Eats is because it's not always like minimum like that. Like, sometimes I be getting like $20 orders, $15 orders, you know what I'm saying? And I'm only driving 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, because people be tipping good. So, would I recommend? Absolutely. But I do deny those small orders a whole lot. I don't know if it's excessive or not, but it's kind of like, I try to look at it as like an algorithm. I don't even know if it works like that. But I try to look at it as an algorithm. I'm like, if I keep denying these small ones, they're going to send me the big ones. And I don't know. It just seemed like that with my account. Like, I barely ever see $2 or $3 orders anymore, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? They probably like, this girl not taking no $2, $3. Let's send her the big guys. Or, you know what I'm saying, around her range and what she accept. So, yeah, I would recommend Uber Eats strictly as a side hustle. If you have to do it full time, you got to do what you got to do. I'm not knocking that either, because I know, God forbid, you know, in the name of Jesus, I pray this don't happen. But, you know, God forbid, something happen, I don't have a job or nothing. Guess what I'm going to be doing? This until I get a job, or until I find a hustle of my own or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's going to put me up there. But I recommend these, I recommend Uber Eats for sure. I think you can definitely strategize with the Uber Eats app, or just any other app in general too. I do Instacart from time to time. So I definitely think it's a good way to strategize. Like, for example, I have a plan to, because I just moved out, I have a plan to save my work money, the money that I get from my full-time job, save that, right? And whenever I want to do something fun or spend a little change, Uber that up. You know what I'm saying? So that I don't have to touch the money that I work for at my full-time job. So I think it's a cool thing. Like, for example, who wants to pay for their nails? Who wants to pay to get their nails and toes done? We want our nails and toes done, but who Who want to pay that? I don't want to pay that. That should be like $107 plus. You know what I'm saying? So instead of spending that out of my pocket money, out of my work money that I make from my job, Uber that shit up, honey. You know what I'm saying? So I could save me my work money. Either way, I'm still working for the money, but it just feel a little different to me when I'm not spending my job money, my check money, and it's sitting there stacking. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like you can strategize with that. And yeah, I think I'm gonna, these are my last 2 orders, by the way. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna relax. I actually have work tomorrow, but I go to work tomorrow at 12. So I do plan on probably doing, because I gotta pay this ticket, you know. At this time, at this point in my life, I'm not complaining, because you know, when you first move out, you gotta dish out that security deposit. Gotta pay that first month's rent, etc., etc. I moved in the middle of the month, so I had to pay like a portion of that. You know, so I'm trying to find my flow. So I'm not really like worrisome right now. Me and my friend was talking about it. When you first move out, them first 2-3 months, you might as well just chill out. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I am right now until I find my flow. So yeah, let me do this order. I think I was saying something along the lines of, I just cut myself off, that tomorrow before work I might hit the gym. I might do a little bit more Uber because I got to pay this $55 ticket off. And yeah. Yep. I was thinking about maybe doing more Uber Eats videos, more detailed, you know, more detailed, so that, you know, you can get a gist. For those who don't do it, you know, you can get a gist of how it works and things like that. So that's another reason why I'm starting off tonight doing this. That's not gonna be my full content, but you know, just sometimes when I'm doing it, because I do it pretty often, you know, just like I literally do Uber Eats for like little stuff, you know. But as you know, I said in the previous clip, I do plan on having a little strategy towards it, so I gotta work on that. But I really be doing Uber. I'll be like, oop, I need some tissue, let me go. I was like, oop, I need some bread, let me go get some Uber, let me do Uber. So yeah, I do plan on doing more Uber content. You know what I'm saying? You know, jump into that community. Like this video if you want me to do more Uber content. You know, going over the orders, going over the stuff that I deny. You know what I'm saying? The perks. You know, Uber Eats got some perks in it. I don't even be looking at that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I know that I be looking at like tiny discounts and stuff. I don't know. But I want to start doing, now that I moved out, like on my own, into my own space, I told myself I want to start looking more at coupons and discounted stuff. Like, I never looked at that, to be honest. And I know that's foolish because you should always look at that. You know what I'm saying? But I want to start getting into things like, oh, y'all have a reward program. Let me get into that. Oh, let me get this discount. Let me get this coupon. Like, you know, like if I received it in whichever way, then I'll take it. But I never went searching for it. But now I'm about to start searching for it. I'm about to start seeing, how can I get a deal? How can I make this transaction more beneficial toward myself? Okay. So, like I said, I do be seeing like little perks and stuff with Uber Eats or Uber in general. I'm gonna get into that too. I'm gonna go over that as well. But yeah, I was even thinking about back in the day with my old car. I had a Hyundai. With my Hyundai, I used to do Lyft. And I used to drive for Uber. Not Uber Eats, but Uber driver. Like where you put the people in your car, I was thinking about getting back into that. It's a little bit more money in that, but it's like ever since, I was literally just telling one of my customers this, because me and my customers, you know, we be having conversations and stuff, but I was just talking about this, like, ever since I got this car, which is, you know, an SUV, I wanted some bigger space, because I knew that I was having a baby or whatever the case may be, but I didn't want to do, I'm kind of like skeptical about like having people in my car, knowing that my baby being here. I'm not saying to do Uber with my child, like Uber ride share with my child, absolutely not, that's out. But I'm thinking about germs, bugs, like just the fact of you putting strangers in your car often. I feel like maybe it's all in my head, it could be all in my head. I feel like that's making it less home-like, and it feels more open to the public. It's probably just in my head, but I was thinking about that, like, you know, when people get in your car, you don't know what they bringing in your car. When I used to do Lyft and drive for Uber back in the day, nobody ever really bought nothing in my car, like no bugs or nothing. But I don't know, maybe it's my mommy instinct. I'm just thinking, like, I don't want nobody to bring no pet bugs in my car, like my baby car seat back there. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just a mommy instinct of mine. But I was thinking about maybe trying to get back into that, but I gotta give it some more thought. I know that if I do get back into that, oh my gosh, the amounts of alcohol spray bottles that I would have on deck. Okay, like, prior to you getting in, I'm spraying down. After you get out, I'm spraying down. I wouldn't have my baby car seat in here, of course. I was thinking about getting a cover, like, because I do miss that. I met a lot of really cool people doing that, like a lot of really cool people, and it's very cool. It's very cool. You don't have to get out the car so much. Like with Uber Eats, I have to get out the car, get the food, get out the car, take it to their house. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that. Like, you literally just driving around. So I was thinking about getting back into that. Another thing too, I don't know, I'm just, in today's time, you hear so much about stuff that be going on and stuff that be happening to people now. Shit happen to people all the time, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, maybe it's the media is more prevalent. They showing it a whole lot more on TV or on social media. Like, I'm talking about as far as, you know, people getting napped. I don't know if you can say certain words on YouTube, but as far as people getting, you know, taken away, never seen again, you know. So I'd be a little skeptical about that. I mean, I am a woman at the end of the day. I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, your girl a little cute. Say that. But, you know, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't want to have no crazy person in my car. So these are just the things that I be thinking about, especially in today's time. Like, I don't know about having people in my shit. Okay. But I know it's a little bit more money and it's a little less work. You know, so I don't know. It's just a thought. But yeah. So I finally made it home. My baby slept the last 20 minutes of the ride. He was knocked out. We went to go swing by his dad's house so he can see him, because today's his dad's birthday. And that was so nice, but he was leaving. And I have me some rice, vegetables, shrimp, and then some chicken. Yep, this is what we're working with. So that was all for my little Uber Eats review. My Uber Eats review. And yeah, I'm gonna eat and then just clock out for the night. You know what I'm saying? I hope all is well. I hope that whoever's watching this, stay tuned for more. And I hope you're blessed and having a wonderful day and or night. And yeah.
You need some